welcome to the Southwest Ohio District Tournament, Division I here at Kettering-Fairmont High School. We're about to get started. We're going to kick things off here at 106 pounds with Blackburn Savage from Moeller and Preston Webb of Miamisburg. Getting right into the action.
Preston Webb goes for a shot right off the whistle. He's continuing after it, very persistent. He's got the leg of Blackburn Savage up. Cannot finish it though. Preston scampers away.
So Savage is a junior who's 33-6 currently. He is a returning state placer. He was 6th last year, 2nd at the district. Preston Webb, 33-9. He was 6th at the district a year ago. And, making quick work right now. He's got a takedown already and a 3-0 lead on Blackburn Savage.
Yeah, I know both these guys, and they work year-round, man. Different styles. Blackburn likes to tie up, and I know Webb just likes to stay in space and look for that shot. So a little bit different styles. We'll see how this match works out.
Blackburn Savage hits a switch, and he went right into a cradle, near side cradle, but could not quite get it. Now he's working for the tricep trap cradle, cross-face cradle. Preston Webb not giving up anything right here. Working down. You got a strong base, hard to break down.
So the rankings I follow, we got Savage. He's ranked number 4 in the state, and Webb ranked number 10 currently. There he goes. He's got another turn opportunity there. Savage back with a 3-2 lead.
He's trying that tilt. Always love it when they get that tilt where they're almost on their back, where they're
close to a defensive
almost pinning themselves. You do have to be careful with that. I have seen it happen.
He got a little loose with that, and looks like Webb's going to capitalize here if he can attack that far side. Up to their feet. Oh, with
nice
the throw out.
Lateral toss to save the escape. Now, Blackburn Savage hitting the lat.
Yeah, Webb's got to be careful there because Savage is a really good Greco wrestler. He does freestyle and Greco in the spring and summer, so not one you want to tie up with because he's going to try to throw you.
Yeah, I don't think you want to go up top with somebody that's comfortable in that position.
So Don, you've coached these guys in your camp?
Yeah, know both of them, and actually went over to Moeller in this summer and fall and rolled around with Savage, and Webb comes up to our Tuesday night live up at Prodigy, and we roll around a bit. So I've rolled around with both these guys. Both are really, really tough.
Oh, nice. What do they think of that old man strength?
I'm 160 pounds, and they're like 120 on the off season, and it's all I can handle to take those guys down.
You got a couple years on them.
Yep.
Kids in our wrestling room tell me I have the old man strength, right?
That's right.
It's a real thing.
Respect. So right now, Preston Webb riding tough on top. He's got a deficit of 1 point to Blackburn Savage. Trying to work a power half here. Blackburn Savage not allowing him really getting leverage underneath his arm.
Got some awesome coaches there in the corner. We got Willie Weinberg, 4-time state champ for Fairfield, and coaching Webb. And then we got Jermaine Lindsay, state champ for Moeller, coaching Savage.
That's right, state champion and All-American at
Absolutely.
Ohio University.
Yep.
Was he a national champ?
No, he was an All-American. I forget what he placed.
Took 5th.
Got some blood time here with Savage.
Looks like an interesting cup of whatever she's got there.
Some Vaseline jelly or something.
Right. You got about 10 popsicle sticks coming out of it.
Savage has had a pretty dominant tournament. He pinned his first round match, he pinned in the second round match, and then major decision in the semifinal. Webb, similar. He teched his first kid, majored the next, and then pinned in the semi. So these guys were on a collision course, and here they are in a 3-2 match here in the second period, 1:03 left.
All right, a little bit of mat cleanup off 5.
Another awesome environment here at the districts. Great crowd.
Yeah, it's been an exciting tournament. I came up yesterday and actually watched all the sessions last night, and then today also. A lot of great wrestling. False start there on Preston Webb's end. Just a caution though. Oh, looks like a little bit more blood coming now.
Not done bleeding.
Where it rains, it pours.
Got a chance to talk to Preston a little bit ago, and I said, who's your favorite group? And you would not guess. He said the Jackson 5. Some Motown there.
Where did
Old
he get
school.
that?
I guess his parents may listen to it. I don't know, but he likes the Jackson 5s.
Does he give you a favorite song?
I'll Take You Back. So, but he said any of that Jackson 5 music he likes.
That's awesome. Blackburn Savage, that's a wrestling name. I mean,
Sure is.
That is. Do you think his dad was a wrestler?
His dad was, yep, wrestled for Moeller.
I think that's him on the mat there, isn't it?
It is. His dad's a coach. And he has 2 sisters that one graduated from college but wrestled in college, and another sister that's still in college in wrestling.
Nice.
So it's a wrestling family.
Where'd she wrestle in high school? Somewhere around in the Cincinnati area, I assume.
They did, yep.
Still getting this blood cleaned up here. We got quite a few individuals working on this to get this stopped. I believe we get, what, 5 minutes of blood time?
It is 5 minutes. It is running time, and then there's cleanup time, which is not counted against blood time. So obviously if you run out of blood time, you default the match.
Yeah, both Blackburn sisters, they wrestled for Taylor.
Nice.
Taylor High School.
A little Granby attempt.
Yeah,
I like
there
that.
you go.
Here we go. Now you got to get some elevation here.
Preston Webb doing a nice job of negating it. Just got to watch it and lock hands there.
Nice work there by Webb.
Another Granby attempt. Nice this time. He's going to get his hips out, but Webb doing a good job following with him. We're bleeding again.
Got blood time once again.
Is this Savage blood or is this Webb blood?
That's a good question. I think the referees are trying to figure that out also. Rick Bach, the referee, former LaSalle wrestler.
Yeah, watching these 2 wrestlers, I mean, I would think next week they'd be both of them in the thick of things to get on the podium.
Yeah, absolutely. Savage is a returning state placer, so you know he wants to improve on his 6th place finish a year ago.
And it was currently ranked 4th. And Preston Webb is ranked 10th, actually.
That's right.
Top 8 place. So doesn't do any good to be ranked 10th if you're not placed in the top 8.
Well, that's why this match is so important, because you know you're a district champ. You're going to face a number 4 from another district. If you're second here, you're going to face a number 3, and in some cases that's a pretty big difference between a 3rd and a 4th.
I remember when, do you guys remember Brian Zinkin from Moeller?
Sure do.
2-time state champ. I'll never forget, he was in districts. He wound up placing 4th, and so he drew a number 1 out of Northeast Ohio in the first round of state.
It's always tough.
Beats him and runs the table, becomes state champ, that same year. So he came in as number 4 and then winds up winning state.
Yep, that's awesome.
Savage likes those Granby rolls. He's still rolling with a spiral ride there. Still going to give it a shot. He's got to get some hip separation.
Yeah, Preston Webb, obviously, knowing that if you control the hips on the Granby and roll with it, they're not going to get out.
Nope. Still in the second period here, 20 to go. Savage with a 3-2 lead over Webb. Webb only a sophomore, so he'll have a couple more cracks at it. Blackburn is a junior.
So 9 seconds left. I didn't quite see why they stopped the match there. Maybe a stalemate.
Is it that or potentially dangerous? Did he come up to his feet and bring his feet off the mat? All right. End of the second period, heading into the third. Still 3-2. Blackburn Savage. 2 minutes away from a district title.
And maybe the other way around. I think Webb's winning 3-2, if I'm not mistaken. Webb in green, Savage in red.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Gotta get that fixed there on the bottom of your screen. Webb is the green anklet and currently leading 3-2 over Savage.
He gets the escape. Now he's up 4-2.
Nice shot there.
Oh wow, nice.
Nice takedown. And on the double leg, finishes for the takedown to get 3.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Preston Webb is currently leading 7-2 on Savage. Get that figured out for you, but we got 1:20 left in the match. Preston has a nice, comfortable lead at this point. Right now, just controlling, milking some clock.
Trying a little bit of a power half there. Just keeping the pressure on, managing to keep Savage down. Doesn't want to allow him to get hip separation, knowing that he can Granby, and you can get a 7-point move out of a Granby. You get the reversal and then back points. 6 points, I guess, would be the highest.
Should be quite. I mean, it's an upset.
Trying it right there.
This would be an upset here with the 10 beating the number 4.
You know, we've talked about it last year, incredible with the 3-point takedown versus the 2-point takedown like it was forever. Man, they can get some separation there, point-wise.
That's right, yeah. We have definitely been seeing a lot more bonus points, I've noticed. Major decisions and tech falls. You can rack up points pretty quick when you take someone down that's 3, turn them to their back, you can get up to 4. And just keep capitalizing and adding on there. There we go. Oh, we got it switched. 7-3.
Looks like Webb got called for stalling and a point to Savage.
Smart wrestling there, though. He doesn't have to put himself in any danger, but here we go. Wow.
Savage trying to go into a little bit of a Pearson.
Yeah, he kind of just sat back into that.
Wasn't able to finish it, but he does get the 2 reversal.
All right.
About 13 seconds here.
8-5. Oh, he needs this takedown here at the end.
Needed that fireman's carry to take him straight to his back. Does not get it, unfortunately. Still trying. The final 8-5 with Preston Webb over Blackburn Savage and Moeller.
It's a nice win right there for that young man.
Awesome win.
That's Miamisburg's sole state qualifier. Hoping to do good things up there at the Schottenstein Center next weekend.
Jerome Schottenstein. I love that.
Right. I love this shit. We're going to move right along, and we got Jayden Knowles of Hamilton versus Ashton Scott from Moeller. Knowles is a senior, currently ranked 11th. He was 5th last year at districts, wrestling against Scott, who is a sophomore, currently ranked 17th.
Looks like we are still cleaning up blood from the previous match.
There we go.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
That's nice. We get to catch our breath a second. Knowles was watching his semifinal match. He was actually losing late in the match and was able to come back with a late flurry and took the lead, and heard him up here celebrating with a couple fans, and he was pretty surprised and excited to make it to the state tournament because I know he just missed out last year being an alternate.
And again, 2 guys I see on the off season, always at open mats somewhere, getting in their training. The hard work is paying off, getting into the finals.
Yeah, this is actually a sectional rematch. Knowles and Scott faced each other last week at the Edgewood sectional, and Scott was victorious in that bout. So Knowles trying to avenge that loss. See what he figured out from a week ago. We got Knowles in the two-piece singlet with the blue shorts and the black top.
And red anklet.
Yep. Scott, green anklet with the traditional Moeller navy blue with some yellow sprinkled on there on the back. Big blue, look at that. Home of Joe Nuxall.
That's right.
Yep.
Remember these two guys in youth wrestling. You know, I can picture them being 6, 7 years old, coming to youth tournaments every weekend, getting better over the years.
Ashton Scott trying a two-step throw by, try to get behind, and before he can get behind, Jayden Knowles trying to come out the back door here,
Yeah,
see if he can pop his head out.
It's a bit high there. He's going to have to settle back a bit.
I think it's going to wind up a stalemate.
Yeah. I mean, Knowles here, you got to get some elevation and swim out the back. You can capitalize in this position. Come on out.
Should definitely be stalemated. This is.
Yep.
I'm surprised they let it go as long as it has.
Right. There's no advantage. Oh, well, let's see here. Scott
If he gets double boots in.
Trying to leverage a little bit, see if he can get some back points here.
He gave it. He awarded it. Refs are going to consult with each other. I don't know. He awarded the takedown there kind of late.
So he awarded Scott the takedown. Now let's see if it holds.
Here comes the coach checking with the official to say, hey, was that really a takedown?
Did he have control? Did he establish control? I mean, they were in a stalemate position, it would seem like forever, which isn't necessarily control in terms of advantage for a takedown. It looks like it's going to stay. So Ashton Scott getting the three-point takedown. Now he's going to work what we call parallel legs and a power half from the backside. He's going to try to break 45 degrees exposure to get some additional back points. Unable to at that particular attempt.
Second guy for Moeller in the finals, 6 finalists. So Coach Lindsay will be in that chair coaching 6 times in these final matches.
Very nice. In case you were wondering, Scott won last week 8-0, so it was a major decision.
Knowles right now trying to sneak in a near cradle. It's going to be tough to do because Scott has his leg. Stalemate by the referee.
He called that one. Just figuring it out.
Right.
Learning on the fly.
Scott from Moeller ahead, 3-0 over Jayden Knowles of Hamilton. 113-pound district championship match.
These two will be making their first trip to Columbus for the state tournament. Again, Knowles a senior, Scott only a sophomore. And Don, you touched on this. We already saw one Moeller wrestler, so we know, that room's pretty tough, especially at these lightweights. Iron sharpening some iron.
Sure does. And I don't think Scott made the lineup last year as a freshman.
Right.
So kind of bought his time and said, hey, I'm going to get into this lineup as a sophomore, and he did, and making it to the state tournament.
Yeah, I imagine he was probably around that 106 Now weight class, so he's probably battling with Blackburn all year.
Yes, he was.
And he grew a little bit.
Looks like he just got accidentally hit in the nose. See if it results in a bloody nose.
This is Hamilton's state qualifier.
Is this Hamilton's only state
I believe so, yeah. This is, Moeller has 7.
As time winds up here. And the first, actually, was that the third period?
That was the second period, so we're heading to the third.
3-0 there. Looks like it's going to be a little bit closer than last week.
He's got 2 minutes here. We'll see what Knowles can do here on top, if he wants to ride him or try to turn, or if he's going to kick him out and see what he can do on his feet.
So if there's a caution, top wrestler cannot have his leg against the bottom wrestler at all. It's got to be a little bit of separation.
A little different body styles. Scott's pretty lean and lanky, it looks like. Knowles a little more compact and strong. Yeah. See explosiveness. Oh, he's found himself in trouble. Reversal 2 for Scott.
Got a little bit too high. He started working the legs and got a little bit too high.
Yeah, in that situation, you got to feel it and bail. Just bail out, give up the 1, get back to your feet. Because now you're on bottom, and I don't think he had much opportunity to get out a whole lot earlier that we saw when Scott was on top. So hopefully he can get something going. Scott, a tough wrestler on top. Getting a little high here.
In there.
Yep, getting a little high. Got to bring it back.
Able to put both boots in and regain his leverage points. Now he's got a claw right in. Let's see if he can kind of spiral that. Looks like he's just trying to ride tight, working hard, throw a leg in, maybe looking for a possible guillotine here. Both wrestlers go out of bounds.
48 seconds remaining in the match. It's 5-0. Ashton Scott over Jayden Knowles. Scott trying to win his first district title. We've got a locking hands, I believe. And so we got a free move here. So we got a point for Knowles coming his way. They'll reset. 40 seconds. It'll be 5-1.
Jayden Knowles actually coming into this match ranked ahead of Ashton Scott, ranked number 11 in the state. Ashton Scott ranked number 17. So
that's right.
The fact that they wrestled last week and Scott won, this would not really be an upset at this point, but that's why you have the prognosticators put these projections together, and then they wrestle to actually figure it out.
All right. That's right. You got to get out there on the mat and see what happens. Just riding tough on top, and that point was huge, though. I mean, if Knowles could have gotten an escape, it would be 5-2 and then a takedown. It's tie match, but he does not looking like he's in any position to get out at this point. He's in a tough spot. Scott trying to make that turn with the power half.
That power half, that's a lot of leverage.
Yeah, and being long and lean, he's got some leverage with that. And he's going to ride him out and be victorious 5-1. Your district champ, Ashton Scott. Archbishop Moeller.
Good win for him. Good win.
Ooh, this next match, this is a treat right here. This is the match I had circled on my bracket book. We have Colin Broxterman of Elder versus Demarco Cates of Colerain. These guys are ranked. Broxterman's 4, Cates is 7. Broxterman was a 6th place finisher a year ago. Cates was a 7th place finisher. Broxterman a district runner-up, and Cates a 3rd place finisher last year at districts at the same weight. And these guys now just bumped up a weight class to 120, and they're going to meet each other right here for a district title.
And they've wrestled each other a bunch, correct?
Oh, I'm sure they've wrestled and seen each other quite often, being at the same weight class last year, being at this weight class this year.
And they're both seniors.
And both seniors. And it's a sectional rematch, so they saw each other last week. Broxterman was victorious in that bout. sectional champ. Let's see if Kate's can avenge that loss. Kate's there in the two-tone singlet. We got the black and the white with some red and a cardinal. And then you got Broxterman in the purple with the little panther on the back. Jerry, you'd look good in that singlet, I think. Purple's your color.
I mean, if we're a bomber, perhaps.
I know you like purple.
How many did St. X qualify?
Oh, St. Xavier Bombers. They got three bombers heading up north.
Coming back. That's a program that's on the upswing.
That's awesome. Right. 3 bombers flying north.
Again, remember these 2 wrestlers as youth. 6, 7, 8-year-old wrestling in all the CYW youth tournaments. And again, all the years they put in, the hard work continues to pay off.
When you think back and you see them now, could you see signs of being at this level?
Yeah, they were always guys that were taking 1st, 2nd, 3rd in youth tournaments.
Okay.
But always working hard, always humble. But I'd see them every weekend.
Would you say natural athletes or hard workers or both?
A little bit of both. Demarco helped me a couple times at some inner city wrestling practices with some kids, and always humble and ready to give back. And so
Demarco getting that cradle, see if he can keep it in bounds.
Oh, wow.
He's got him on his back. This is huge.
That would be huge. Kate's lost last week 4-1 to Broxterman, so this would be a huge, revenge match.
He's got to get that inside arm of Broxterman down. Right now, he's got to drop his weight on Broxterman's chest, and time runs out.
Regardless, that's a huge momentum swing right there.
Absolutely.
Going into the second period, 7-0, man, he's in the driver's seat.
That's right.
And we talked about the 3-point takedown. Now there's the 4 points for 4 seconds of back. So it kind of changes the game here a little bit.
I think it's kind of interesting that they got rid of the 5-second count. They just dropped it.
Yep.
2 seconds for 2 points, 3 seconds for 3 points.
It kind of, I think,
4
just
seconds for 4 points.
kind of followed the college level. That's what the college was doing, and that's what they started doing as well.
Are there any differences now between high school and college since they've kind of narrowed the gap?
I mean, riding time is still a difference.
Riding time, yeah. Okay, that's one
There
point.
we go. Broxterman in on the shot. Trying to work back at this lead and chip away a little bit, down 7-0. Chasing that ankle here. He's got that. We got 3 awarded. We get 3?
Did not award it. Did not award it yet.
Wow, really?
I'm surprised also. Looked like he was around, looked like he had the hips pretty well controlled.
Right.
Wonder if we get a rewind on that. Looks like we got blood time anyway.
Yeah, it sure looked like he was behind, but probably didn't.
Any replay action? You might be able to see what maybe the ref saw that we missed. Looked like he still had a leg. He never threw a boot in on the far side. Maybe that's the reason he didn't establish control. What do you think, Jerry? You were an official. I know you.
Well, that's why the advantage of sitting here in the booth and watching versus being down there. Sometimes it's nice to check out the replay and see in slow motion, kind of like in the NFL, right?
Yep.
They can actually narrow it down and see that instant moment, where the call was actually made.
Yeah, we need our Gene Steratore. That'd be you. That's another difference that you just reminded me in high school and college. College, you get a little challenge cube, so you can challenge and review.
Sure do. Yep.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, that would take a while.
Throw the brick out, right?
You can throw that brick. Here we go, back to action.
But you only get a certain amount for a dual meet, right?
A duel and a tournament, I believe.
But it's not like per match.
Not per match.
Correct.
No. I think you get it in a tournament too, so it's pretty limited. You can't just throw the challenge cube every
every time
period,
And I think if you win the challenge, you get it back.
Okay.
So it doesn't count against that one challenge.
So pick them wisely.
Pick them wisely.
Demarco Cates still with a 7-0 lead over Broxterman. Broxterman, again, district runner-up last year. He really wants to get a district title. He's a senior, I think. I thought he won when he was younger, maybe as a freshman or sophomore back at 106 pounds, but I could be wrong.
Definitely, the Broxterman family's been around for several generations.
Sure have. Yeah, I talked to Demarco a little bit. He's a senior looking at going to the University of Indianapolis.
Awesome. Were they the Greyhounds?
I think they are.
Nice.
Yep. Hasn't fully committed yet, but probably going to wait till after the state tournament. Never know who comes back and makes some offers. So we'll see.
Especially with the NIL money coming into play now.
Might get some more phone calls.
NIL now being legal in Ohio for high school. Name, image, likeness.
Heading to the third period. Kate's still up 7-0 in the driver's seat. Now he's going to be on top. Broxterman's got to get an escape and start getting to some offense.
Yeah, being up 7-0, he's going to have, for 2 minutes, he's going to have to wrestle smart.
Yep, just stay in good position here. Give up the escape. Don't give up anything big. Just wrestle smart and stay in good position.
He can afford to get a stall call.
He could. Nice lift return there.
Yep.
Yeah. Got good pressure there forward. Got to get some weight on that hands, okay?
Broxterman's going to have to get into flurry mode here.
Yep. You have to turn it up a little bit, which also opens you up, makes you a little vulnerable at times, especially a guy that looks pretty solid like Cates. He's got a good build, very athletic, explosive, ready to counter.
It gets to be about 40 seconds left in the match. He's probably going to have to attempt some sort of upper body throw to try to get Demarco Cates on his back and recover some of these points.
Right now, Cates has good head position right there. He's got Broxterman's head turned, looking away from the feet. Cates just in solid position, just wrestling a really smart match right here.
Yes, he is.
He's well coached there by Hunter Hampton.
Winning by 5 with 42 seconds to go.
This will be Colerain's lone wrestler heading up north. Counter attempt, nice reshot.
Yeah.
He's not. I like his attack. I mean, he's up 7-2, and he's still attacking.
Major point decision on the line here now. 8 points or more is a major decision.
Yeah.
For additional team points, bonus points for team score.
He figured something out. He lost last week 4-1, and he's like, I'm not losing again to that kid.
Right. Probably sat here over the break watching video of last week.
Right.
Last week's match.
Look at that. He's a district champ.
Nice. Good for him. Both those guys, hard workers.
Colerain.
Good for Demarco. Good for Colerain.
Now wrestling for 5th place at 126 pounds.
My old stomping grounds. Colerain, how about you?
What's that?
Colerain was my old stomping grounds.
Oh, yeah. They were in my backyard.
Wrestling for 3rd place at 126 pounds on that.
Nice match. I hope he does well. Both these guys, I hope they both do well next week up at the state tournament. I think they will. Both projected to hit the podium. Let's see what they can do. They got some stiff competition when you head up north, though. Here we go. Moving on along, we're going to go right to the 126-pound weight class. We got Jeremy Sibrel of Bevercreek. He is a senior, ranked 11th. He was 5th at the district last year. He's 33-6. He's going to be wrestling Connor Neihaus of Harrison, who is 40-2. He was a district champ a year ago. Getting right into the action. Neihaus ranked 8th in this state. Oh, and Sibrel right away. Look at that. Nice little carry.
It's a nice takedown.
He's got that tricep trap tight. Neihaus only 2 losses on the season. Impressive. He's a junior. Sibrel's a senior.
Neihaus, a very physical wrestler. I watched him a couple of his matches earlier. Just very physical. Utilizes the head block quite a bit. Does a lot of upper body pummeling. Uses his head again quite a bit.
Oh, nice. Look at that little low shot. Finishing strong. Sibrel came to wrestle tonight.
Sure did.
Oh, got a little overextended there, and Neihaus was able to capitalize. 6-3 with that reversal. A lot of action here in the first minute. 15, 20. Sibrel trying to crawl his way to the boundary and get out so he can get a fresh start, because right now Neihaus is heavy on top. We'll throw that boot in.
He's got that leg. That's going to be hard to get any leverage on top by Neihaus. I think they're going to wind up stalemating this out. Not now that he got his leg out. Still trying to get it in, which is Neihaus preventing Sibrel from getting the leg in.
Gonna go out of bounds there. Pretty solid 126 pounders. This will be Bevercreek's one and only state qualifier. And this is Harrison's one of 7. They have 7 state qualifiers.
Good for them.
It's a good showing this year.
Great program.
And boys out in the sticks like to wrestle. Sibrel there in the orange.
Nice go
and
behind.
That was nice. He was waiting for that. He was ready for that one. Neihaus on top with the black and green singlet. Just erased that deficit. It's now 6-6. So Sibrel came out hot, took a lead. Neihaus battling back.
You guys see that? A lot of leg riding tonight. All the matches. Leg riding and power halves.
That's right.
Yeah, certain moves come in, I guess, style, right? I mean, it's kind of like, it used to be the cross-body ride, and then that was very popular for a while. And then the parallel legs, which is kind of what you see now, that and short legs seems to be back. Although you do see a fair amount of cross-body the last few years, parallel legs, I would say, is much more common now. They do like to go right into that power half a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you see at the college level. That being able to ride is paramount to your success. You got to be able to ride on top and turn and not let guys out.
Yep.
Assert your dominance.
And you're going to wrestle in college, you got to have a good stand-up. Can't get out from the bottom, you'll struggle at the next level.
The referee ordering a point.
Okay. Is it stalling?
Was that, stalling, I guess?
Stalling on bottom on Sibrel. So he's up. Neihaus now up 7-6 with that stall point awarded. Doing a good job wrestling right in the center of the mat here.
I'm going to say Sibrel's probably not going to choose down in the third period.
Yeah, I don't think so. I saw in his semifinal match against the St. X wrestler, he also decided not to choose bottom.
So Neihaus, choice of Neihaus is actually choosing down for the third period.
And he wants to add on to his lead. He's got a lead, he's up 1. He can escape, go up 2, or reversal, he can go up 3. Some quick math right there, Jerry.
That was quick.
Yeah, thank you.
I am impressed. You can put your calculator away now.
Well,
oh wait, that was your phone.
When they went to 3-point takedowns and 4-point near falls, I needed that. I needed an abacus to keep track.
Really, abacus is going to make a comeback, actually.
Yeah, that's what I hear. AI's using it all the time.
Great.
Here we go. And we got
right.
Sibrel
He's in on a shot. He's trying to finish here.
He is. He's down 2. 3 would take the lead, but
Nice,
Neihaus, a good scrambler.
Nice.
Ooh. Good body awareness.
Kept wrestling through that move.
He's up 11-6 now, so he has expanded that lead a little bit.
Sometimes when I get a hold of that leg, it's like, wow, I didn't know the knee could bend that way.
Mine doesn't. Wow, yeah, that is way up there.
Right.
Sure is.
That is, yeah.
Now he's putting it back in. No, take it out. You had it out. Get it out of there. Don't put it back down there. Really got stalemate.
Called top guy for stalling.
All right. Got this monitor in my face. I can't see the ref.
You agree with that, Jerry? In some cases, they got to get off the legs and get to the side, right?
Right. Yeah, because if you're parallel to the hips for too long, you're really not trying to turn your opponents. You're just trying to ride them. And as Lou mentioned, riding time is important in college. In high school, there's no extra point for riding time.
Eats
As
the
a matter
clock.
of fact, you can be penalized for stalling in that situation.
Yeah.
Of course, you get a warning first, and then you start giving up a point, and then 2 points for DQ in terms of cumulative penalties. But yes,
There
you
you
gotta work out to
go.
the side. Connor Neihaus, your champion, 126 over Jeremy Sibrel.
Good riding on top.
That's right. We're just going to keep moving this program along. We have an intriguing match coming up here. This was a pretty much a big shocker. Kevin Huang of Lakota East. In the rankings I saw, he was ranked 35th, so he wasn't even supposed to be close to getting out of this district. But here he is. He's in the district finals, going for a district title against Caleb Curry of Elder, who's currently ranked 7th. He's a sophomore. Curry was a state placer last year at 8th, and he was a district champ a year ago, looking to add another district title to his pedigree as a sophomore. So he could be a sophomore, 2-time district champ. I mean, he could be looking at 4, when it's all said and done in a couple years. But
I would say with a ranking of 35, was he even expected to make it to the districts?
no, as you can see, I mean, top 16 make it to state, but even in the Kettering-Fairmont district, he was ranked 9th. So this is a huge, surprise, and love to see this. This guy's a senior. He's 38-10 in the black singlet with the green anklet. Caleb Curry in the purple with the red anklet.
Both wrestlers sitting on 10 losses, so this could be anybody's match.
This is a sectional rematch as well. Curry getting the best of Huang. And he's getting right to work, looking at a cradle. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that nice double leg takedown for 3 points. Matter of fact, a scouting report on Caleb. I know earlier in the day I was talking with one of the coaches, and it was double leg takedowns, cross face cradle. Double leg takedowns, cross face cradle.
Yeah.
So you know it's coming. How do you prepare for it? Somebody's really good. Yeah. Yeah, at those
it's
2
coming.
moves. Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Huang before the finals, and he said, hey, I just put it together this weekend. He said, I'm wrestling better than I ever have.
That's awesome.
It's a great time to be peaking.
That's right. And then anything can happen up at the state tournament. You just got to win 2 before you lose 2, and you will be a state placer.
Correct.
A great accomplishment.
Curry deciding just to kind of hang in there and ride. And it looks like he's going to get hit for stalling because, again, he was kind of riding on the hips. He was riding parallel with the hips. You need to kind of get out to the side and start working to turn the shoulders. So to do that, you need to start controlling the upper part of your opponent's body.
Any guess to the result of last week?
My take is Caleb probably beat him pretty good.
Actually, they didn't even. I thought they wrestled in the finals, but looks like Curry wrestled a Springboro wrestler in the finals. Huang lost in the quarterfinal match, actually, to the Springboro wrestler, and then he battled back, got third at sectionals.
Yeah. Oh, so they never met.
They didn't. No, they didn't. We came from the same sectional, but they didn't see each other there. I thought they were in the finals together, but nope.
The reason I said that because he said he's wrestling better than what he was last week. You know?
Yeah.
So every week he said he's getting better.
Got going on here, both on our feet. Over tie, collar tie, hand fighting a little bit. Not much foot movement, but here we go. Caleb Curry's in on a shot.
Again.
He's trying to chin whip him a little bit.
Good defense there.
Yeah, good hip action. But yeah, I agree with that stalling. He was, getting backed out. Curry's attacking, taking shots. But it's 3-1 here in the second period with 1:15 to go. These guys are wrestling in the phone booth there in the center. Nice shot Yeah, look at that. Let's see if he can finish it. But Curry doing a good job attacking that ankle.
Right, as soon as you flatten a man out, it's kind of tough to finish your shot.
Especially a guy that likes cradles. He's he could slap on a cross face and grab that tricep, hook that leg. There you go. There's 3, right?
There's that leg, yep. He's got the upper body controlled, got the leg controlled.
Yep.
There's that cradle.
Oh.
See if he runs it head to the knee.
There's that cradle, boy. There it is.
Got a hop sides here. Step up.
Well, Curry pinned the Springboro wrestler in the finals a week ago. And it might be the same result, different wrestler.
Yep, you try to put that knee in the side and
get that bottom knee. Yeah, just needs to adjust a little bit.
There we go. He's trying to do it.
That bottom knee. There it is. Pin. Yep. Caleb Curry, elder district champ, sophomore, 2-time district champ now.
You guys remember watching him last year? It's like, where'd this guy come from?
No, last year
freshman.
it was an upset. I forget who he beat in the district finals. That was a match I was like, whoa.
Yep.
Did he place the state
Who's this
last
guy?
year?
He finished 8th last year, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty awesome. And last year in the district finals, who did he beat? Knowles. He beat Knowles of Hamilton. The brother of Jayden Knowles, Julius Knowles, who is a senior.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I had Julius Knowles winning that match, but Curry made me look silly.
How hard is that to do?
I don't know, Jerry.
All right.
Where are we going? Where are we going here?
So
Well,
we have
that one's over.
Springboro, Jack Bratton, I believe.
And then we got my buddy Grael Ramirez from Moeller.
What is it? You good? Good there?
Yeah, they're waiting for this third, fourth place match to get done with. Another
Next up at
3
138
seconds.
will be Grael Ramirez of Moeller, senior, going against Jack Bratton, a junior, Springboro. Ramirez from Moeller is actually ranked number 7 in the state, and Jack Bratton from Springboro is ranked number 8, so this should be a good close match.
Yep. Been buddies with Grael since he was little, another youth wrestler that came up through the ranks and kept putting the work in. And he's going to Bellemere down in Kentucky.
Oh, nice.
And if you know, they just moved up to Division I. It's a Division I program. So excited for him.
So are there any wrestlers here that you haven't
I know a lot of them.
been in
I
your,
know a lot
your
of them.
camps? Looks like we switched to another mat there.
And you know what? Exciting to see the kids that put the 11, 12 years of wrestling in, seeing their hard work pay off.
Oh yeah, that's quite the investment. I mean, as physical a sport as wrestling is, to do that 10, 11 years, coming into high school, and then through high school,
Yep.
then those that continue on in college.
Yep.
I would say discipline is definitely one of the bookmarks of a wrestler.
Yeah. And as we know as parents, college isn't cheap. So if you can get some athletic money and some academic money and come out of college not having a lot of debt, that's the goal, along with having fun wrestling and doing a sport you love.
Jack Bratton in on a shot, but they go out of bounds before he can finish and get any points. Jack Bratton, he's got a upper body underhook, trying to leverage that, can't seem to leverage and score off it. Ramirez doing a good job at fighting him off.
You notice that Jerry Bratton looks a little bit bigger than Ramirez in size.
Yeah, he does. Sometimes you notice that between wrestlers. One might look a little bit bigger, but when they get on the scale, they both tip it at 138, right?
Yep.
Did not.
0-0.
Both guys moving pretty good, not much of a tie-up, shooting from space.
We established Ramirez as a state placer a year ago, finished 7th as a district champ, and Bratton was a district runner-up last year. These guys are both ranked 7th and 8th in the state right now. You already said that, Jerry? All right. Sorry, I tried to go get myself a drink, but the concession stand's closed. And they don't have any beer vendors around here.
There's somebody's Gatorade here.
Oh,
Grael in that front headlock position. Bratton keeping that tricep tight. Pretty evenly matched that first period.
I wonder if this is going to be one of those matches where, he gets an escape here. Third period, get an escape, it's 1-1. It goes into overtime. Sudden death overtime. That's how evenly matched these guys are.
Yep.
Here's the one escape.
Bratton had an impressive semifinal match. Saw him go out there and just dominated the match against the Fairfield wrestler. Ramirez had a tough semifinal match, but he got the job done, and here he is trying to repeat as district champ.
He's been in on a shot a couple times, just unable to finish.
Good controlled tie there, that front headlock.
What do you guys think of the out of bounds now? Where you only need to have one toe touching the line, and you could be completely out of bounds, but you're still in bounds.
I like it.
I like it.
I do as well.
The high school mat is just so
Right here.
small.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, they got to find some space somewhere.
Yeah, I think it kind of gets rid of a lot of the room to kind of maybe hide, so to speak, or leverage the out of bounds line.
Right. And that, again, that's going back to college. That's how it is in college. So just getting these guys ready for the next level for those that take that leap and want to sacrifice their life and limb on the college level.
Non-stop action in this match, banging and moving.
It's a lot of action, not a lot of points, surprisingly.
Tried keeping his toe in, thinking he was going to get the takedown. Unfortunately, go out of bounds.
Ramirez doing a good job of hand fighting, controlling ties. Bratton it looks like he likes to attack from space. He doesn't like when Ramirez ties him up.
Yep.
Bratton's like, I want to get out of this one. Attack from nice shot.
Nice shot.
Drop down.
Got in there deep. Can he finish?
Bratton's done a nice job of getting in on the shots.
Right.
Finishing has been difficult.
Yeah, that's half the battle, right? Oh, going to a funk roll, but there we go.
Oh, we got it. Gets the 3 takedown. Jack Bratton of Springboro.
Jack Bratton, there we go. 3 points,
And that's
3 to
what you
1.
want. You know, you get it last 10 seconds of the period.
Absolutely.
Don't give your opponent a chance to escape. So
smart wrestling right there.
Yep.
So whose choice was it to start the 3rd period? Was it
it was
Ramirez?
Bratton deferred to Grael
Okay.
in the 2nd.
Back in the front headlock position. Looking here to improve his position, circling up, attacking that elbow bind. Is Bratton. Ramirez trying to get any kind of angle he can. Not doing much there. We got blood. What a great sport. Any sport that you have something called blood time.
I think this is the 3rd match where there was blood time.
Yeah.
So you're in there banging, and
That's right.
nose gets hit on a knee or on a shoulder and causes that nose to bleed.
Yep.
Especially in the wintertime, you know, when it's so dry, it's so easy to, once that nose starts bleeding,
That's right.
it just continually, you know, the matches after that.
It's a physical sport, Jerry. What's my line? You know it.
What is your line?
What is my line?
It's not for the squeamish.
No, this isn't basketball. All right. It's a physical
This isn't
sport.
Miami
Yes, it is.
University, you know,
No.
31-0 basketball.
There you go. You had to drop that, didn't you?
I did. For my Miami compadres out there.
Grael's here. He got a minute and a half. He's looking to get a takedown, right?
Yeah, he's
Got to. He's got no other choice,
definitely
right?
Unless he can get a throw and go for bonus points on top of the takedown.
Still battling, hand fighting out there in the center of the mat, throwing some fakes.
I don't recall Ramirez actually being in deep on a shot yet. I know Bratton was a couple times.
Yeah, he's been defending. Both guys a little timid, don't want to make that mistake, but Ramirez is going to have to go here. He's down by 2. Takedown takes the lead. He's got 40 seconds. See when he picks his spot.
Not sure what the referee called there.
Maybe
Yeah, not sure either.
just a little
Wasn't a
reminder about
stalemate.
the physicality of the hands of the face, maybe. Oh, nice shot.
Yep, letting him get in deep.
He is, but Ramirez is good in the scramble position. He likes that funk roll.
He's got to keep that leg in tight.
Bratton doing a good job elevating, keeping his chest high.
See if we can get some back points out of this.
Oh, he's got that foot controlled, which is really taking a lot of power away from Bratton. Bratton got to elevate here, elevate the hips. There he goes. District champ.
Guess our closest match of the night so far.
Yeah.
Really evenly matched.
Bratton's a junior. I think he was a district champ as a freshman, if I'm not mistaken, a couple years ago. Last year he was runner-up. Again, another upset I think we saw last year. We saw quite a few upsets early on. But we're going to move along here to the 144-pound weight class. We have Marshall Moreney of Anderson coming in with a record of 44-1. He's a senior, currently ranked 5th. This will be his 4th trip to the state tournament. He is a 4-time state qualifier. Last year he was 6th at the state tournament and a district runner-up, and he will be wrestling against Brody Palm of Harrison, who is a senior, currently 41-7, and this is his, I believe, first trip to the state tournament. So
Moreney comes in ranked number 5 in Ohio, and Brody Palm ranked 21st.
yeah, a little disparity there, but we'll see. That's why they got to wrestle the matches.
That's right.
We've seen an upset already tonight.
All the rankings go out the door.
That's right.
In the actual tournament.
Nice crossface. Oh, he's just going to redirect and give him a free facelift.
No extra charge.
That one's on the house.
So I'm friends with the Moreney family, and I've known him for years, but you guys may know this, but Moreney is not going to college to wrestle.
Oh, I know what sport. He's a golfer, isn't he?
He's a golfer.
That's awesome.
He's a high-level state placer in golf.
Really nice.
That's his love.
Yeah.
That could be the first golf wrestling combo I've ever
You're right.
heard of in high school.
But he's going up to Oakland University, which is north of Detroit, up in Michigan. So excited for him.
How's his brother doing?
Really good.
Yeah, where's he at?
He's up in Michigan as well. Is it Grand Valley State?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a tough program.
Yep, doing really well.
Nice.
Is his brother wrestling?
Yes. Yep. And they have a little brother as well that's a really good wrestler. So,
How old's he?
I believe he's 7th or 8th grade now.
All right.
So
we'll be seeing him
we'll be
here.
seeing him in a few years.
Moreney in on the shot. He's got the leg elevated. Had to fix the headgear a moment. Still, but there we go.
Looking for a broomstick.
Yeah. Didn't commit to it. Nice little back trip and a blow attack and finish.
Watch locking hands there.
Well, he hasn't established the 3 yet, so
He's not
got to
getting
get
the 3
the
yet.
point.
Okay.
He's got to get the takedown first. And there's the 3 for Moreney. He's up 3-0.
All right.
You guys remember us doing the announcing where Moreney beat Shawger?
Yeah, 2 years
in the
ago.
finals, 2 years ago.
I was going to bring that up the next match because we're going to see Shawger.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was an upset for sure.
Sure was.
That was a loaded weight class up at State. You had Marcus Blaze in there. You had the St. Edward's kid who wound up
Second.
who
Shawger wrestled first round.
right, and then
He's a-
Shawger finished 3rd.
Yeah.
That's right.
Moreney, I think, placed as well.
He did. Yep. Yeah. Awesome. In an awesome state for wrestling, Ohio.
Yeah. Oh,
Brandy
nice
to
little
get his,
roll
reversal
to
there.
some hip heisting. Looking like a senior.
Trying to tilt it up here a little bit, try to get some cheap back points, as we call it.
Got 5-0. Moreney, the lead. Been in control pretty much the whole match.
There
Nice
we go.
tilt there.
Nice. Get some cheap points there, and you can rack those up pretty quick.
You almost could have had a fall there had he held him for about another second.
These guys are getting a lot of matches. Both these guys, 40-plus wins. I mean, the majority of the guys I'm seeing in the finals are at that 35-plus in the victory column. Close to 50 matches in a season. Jerry, what'd you used to get? Don, what'd you guys?
In our day, we had dual meets.
Yeah, it was dual
And
heavy.
we had tri-meets. And then we had 1 or 2 tournaments before our league every year. So, in our day, guys going into the state tournament maybe had 30 wins.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
if you had
game has
30
kind of
wins,
changed.
right.
Yep.
That was a lot.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's more like a college style too, or college kind of schedule is dual meets and maybe 1 or 2 tournaments in a year. Moreney's still up 8-0 with 45 seconds, but yeah, you see the college guys, they're right around that mark right now.
Yep.
18 to 20 wins is kind of the standard.
Yeah, matter of fact,
job.
the 190-pounder for St. X earlier in the tournament, he had his 100th win. So after the match, they announced it. And then I saw Kane Shawger And I said, have you hit your 100 wins yet? Because
He already did that.
Because
That was
Rocco
earlier.
Pusateri is a senior.
Yeah.
And Shawger only a junior. He's like, Coach, I
past
hit
that.
my 100 wins halfway through, last year my
Sophomore year?
Yeah, he said
No.
last year. Oh, it was this year.
This year.
This year was halfway through this year.
Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense. Because right now he's at 44 wins. He probably had around 40-something last year and then 35 to 40 the year before. But
Well, he's at like 125 now, which is crazy.
that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
All of them earned. And we got Moreney still with an 8-0 lead, dominating this match right now. You said he was ranked 5th in the state. What kind of hammers does he have in front of him?
He's got Huggy Williams
Oh, yeah.
from
I
Olentangy.
love that name.
Yep.
Cole Spear from Brecksville, sophomore. Garrison Wisner from
Yeah.
Oregon Clay, senior.
Mason
then
Rohr.
ranked number 1, Mason Rohr,
Yeah.
Massillon Perry, senior.
I think he was a state champ last year, if I recall. I think I remember watching him win a title. So, but he sets himself up for success right here, winning this match. If he can hang on for another minute 15, he's looking pretty solid right now. He's got a cradle locked up. Just don't force anything. Just stay in good position.
Yep.
Bleed this clock a little bit.
You guys remember Eugene Harney from a couple years ago, right? So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sycamore.
shout out to Eugene. Sycamore 2-time state champ. He's in the finals, EIWA.
Nice.
Division I, wrestles for Morgan State.
Yeah. He
So-
transferred.
He transferred
Yeah.
from Campbell.
Okay, I thought so.
So the finals are later today, I guess, and if he wins that, he qualifies for
awesome.
Division I Nationals.
Very cool. He was a 2-time state champ. Saw him
So-
a year, 2 ago.
Yep.
2 years
Been
ago.
out- Yep, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2
So
years
did
he's
he
been
go
in
in the
college.
portal, the NIL portal? Is that what he did?
He did. Yep.
Moreney still controlling this match. Looking for a Turk here, maybe some back points. He's got the major decision already locked up. Now it's 11-0, 20 seconds left. Turk in that leg.
Racking up those back points right now. Should have at least 4.
Well, this was a match I would have had this one picked correctly. I would have gone with Moreney, the 4-time state qualifier, multi-placer.
I guess he
Golfer.
did not earn any
Pretty dominant.
back points here on that Turk.
Dad said he plays golf every day.
Yeah.
Every day he's doing
What did he
something
place
with
at the golf tournament this year?
I think it was top 10.
Top 10, nice. I mean, I think if you could play golf, I would choose that life.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
What
It's
do you
kind
want
of
to
a
do? You want
no-brainer.
to golf or you want to get beat up? There you go.
I bet you don't get a lot of bloody noses in golf.
Not typically, unless you maybe shank one off a tree and it fires back at you.
I've had that
Or
happen.
don't have to watch your weight as much.
That's
right?
true, too, yeah. You don't have to watch your weight. Nice match from Moreney. Looking solid. We'll hear that name next week, the state tournament, and we're going to move up to 150 pounds. We have Kameron Bedel of Elder, who's a freshman, coming in at 38-9. He'll be wrestling against Kane Shawger, currently ranked number 1 in the state. He's a returning state champion, returning district champion. He was 3rd as a freshman, and here he is. And little fact, these two are stepbrothers.
Not officially.
Not
Not
officially?
officially. They-
Okay.
Yeah, Kane's
Close.
dad dates Beadle's mom.
Right.
So maybe someday.
There you go. Still pretty cool, and these two have met a few times this year. Kane victorious in all those bouts. I was really surprised by, is it Beadle or is it Bedel?
Beadle.
Beadle?
Beadle.
Yep.
I was following him at the CIT tournament, the Catholic Invitational Tournament, and he had an unbelievable showing there. He beat 2 projected state champs, Division II and Division III. Both the number 1 guys ranked in both of those divisions at this weight. He beat both of them en route to face Kane in the finals, where he lost, but still an impressive tournament.
Yeah, Beadle's just a 9th grader. We knew he was going to be good coming into high school because he was good wrestler in junior high, maybe a couple times state champ at the junior high level. So clearly coming in with a lot of talent.
Yeah, I know Kane Shawger. I was talking with his dad the other day, and I said, you know, when did he start wrestling? So age 5 is when he started wrestling. And I asked him, I'm like, did you have to kind of push it on him? Or he's like, no, he just always wanted to wrestle, you know, from age 5 on. So, of course, now he verbally committed to, as a junior, to University of North Carolina. So, obviously, he's got a whole year here before he, you know, signs with that school or another school.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, a verbal commit is not a sign. It's not inked, right? But that is where he's talking about going.
Also got a deal with Barbarian Wrestling, which makes some apparel, nice stuff.
Yeah, got a lot of pictures of him when he was 5'6", coming to practices, and everyone else was 9, 10, 11, and he was the littlest guy, but always the hardest worker.
He always just seems very composed and calm. You never see him, you know, get very emotional. Even when, well, I did see the state finals last year. I would say that was the most emotion I've seen out of him. But pretty even keel guy. Jerry, you see him in the room.
Yeah, I would say, you know, he's very even keel, except in a match, right? I saw earlier he kind of got popped in the eye, and then suddenly he hit a fifth gear.
There you go.
And,
well, that'll do it.
You know, took the wrestler down and pinned him.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to tick him off.
Note to self.
Yeah. And we'll see here.
So obviously these two have wrestled quite a bit before.
Yep.
We'll see what happens here. I think the last time we wrestled, I believe Kane won by tech fall.
So Kane only has 2 losses on the year. I think both of those came at the Ironman tournament at the beginning of the year. So he's been on a win streak for quite a while.
They did, yeah. They came at the Ironman.
He's also a national champ with the National High School Championships out there at Virginia Beach.
Yep.
One as a freshman, one as a sophomore. So
Right.
2-time national champ with that.
He's going for a tilt here.
Yeah. Quick way to rack up some points.
Yep.
He's up 3-0. Going to add some more. They got 4 more, 7-0. And we're in the 30 seconds left in the first period. He hasn't been into the second period in this tournament.
Right.
All first period pins. I think his semifinal match was the longest at about 1:30 or so. This one looks like it might go to the second period. So
you can tell he's a very physical rider on top. I mean, he's working hard to try to work, you know, to get that leg in. Now, from here, a lot of times we either hit a cradle or he'll just go to work. What we used to call a Jacobs.
Yep.
Score some quick points that way.
7-0. Bedel getting a little help from the ref. I think the ref felt sorry for him after that ride.
And so,
So let me give you a hand. I can't help you out there, but I'll help you up. Shawger now on bottom, 7-0, second period.
It's kind of funny. He's almost like effortless on bottom.
Yeah, I mean, it just comes with wrestling for how long.
Right.
I mean, you know pretty much what the guy on top's going to do, and you know what direction you should be going without even thinking.
Well, and he's really improved in the offseason on his strength. I mean, he's much stronger this year versus last year.
Yeah.
You can definitely see that.
Yeah, I mean, he just dominates.
and he's always in good position.
Makes coaching easy. You just sit back and watch. You got a front row seat. Nice
You
little.
like that cross
yeah, look at
face?
that cross face. I think that's a little reminder from the first period when he got his nose bloody.
Yep.
He said, "Payback." Now you can't saw at it on the nose, right?
No, it can't be.
But you can let them know you're there.
Yeah, and it can't be unnecessary roughness, as they say.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Solid.
there's a lot of necessary roughness in wrestling.
We'll see that maybe in the heavyweight match. Let's see what happens.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. It's 11-0, 35 seconds left in the second period. And we got a stalemate call there. Just wasn't seeing much action, so we're going to get a reset. We got blood.
And I know Aaron Cashman, the head coach at St. X, right?
Right.
Wrestled for University of Iowa, was behind...
Is that a good school?
So,
Not as good as Ohio State.
Oh, lately.
Not this year.
Yeah.
So I know Aaron
Still
and
light years behind Penn
Kane
State.
work out and roll around a bit. So
Yeah, that's cool.
more than a bit
Oh,
all
yeah.
the
Well,
time. So
yeah, I think walking in, I saw Cashman. He was still in his wrestling shoes, so he must have warmed him up.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Cashman, obviously, when you have a wrestler like Kane, Shawger in the room, you know, he winds up wrestling with Kane quite a bit because you got to, you know, give him some level of competition at practice. Otherwise, how's he going to get better?
Right. It's not to say that, you know, you've got a couple other state qualifiers from St. X, but we're moving over for just a moment here. We're going to check out mat 3. We got Guerrera of Lebanon and Drake of Fairmont. Fairmont riding on top right now with the Slim Shady hairdo, with the bleach blonde hair. What's the score? We got a 12-10. Wow, this is a good
10
match.
seconds.
12-10. Drake on top. He's going to ride this one out and place third. But we got a stall warning with 2.8 seconds. All right, we're getting set to go back live on mat 1. Shawger goes back to a little crossface and reminder.
Pops that leg in, throws the power half in.
20 seconds left in the second.
Plug.
Shawger looking for a power half. But Bedel doing a good job of kind of negating that and defending it, but he does have the leg in, trying to hip over and catch ahead.
just so tough on top.
That'll do well when he moves up
Yes, it will.
to college. And
Looks like we have
Tar
blood time
Heels.
again.
sheesh, we're gonna need a blood transfusion. We got some blood. We got some bags or some donors in the stands. We might need someone. O negative, preferably.
Negative.
You know, and I look at it, the blood time, guys are getting a little physical. And maybe that's going to help us as we go up to state tournament next week. You know, wrestling other guys, being a little physical and getting after it.
Yep. Oh yeah, I mean, Southwest District typically has run into some buzzsaws when they go up to state and they start seeing some northeast, northwest guys from schools like St. Ed's and Perrysburg, Maslin Perry, Brecksville. You know, you get these schools that these guys eat, sleep, breathe wrestling.
For generations.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we got guys at golf.
Yeah. But we got to go up there and say, hey, they have 2 legs and 2 arms.
And way similarly.
Yep, and we can beat them.
That's right. This one right here, Shawger, returning state champ, like I said
Absolutely.
earlier. Looking to repeat and be a 2-timer as a junior, so he could be a 3-timer, which Willie Weinberg, 4-timer. I don't know if there's any other 3-timers in the Cincinnati area. Has there been, Jerry?
I don't know, I'm
can
thinking
recall.
back.
I mean,
Obviously at age 65 on the historian here.
that's right.
I'm trying to think if we ever had a
2-timer, I'd say
a
Lucas
two-timer
Bird.
we have.
You know, we had Eugene
Lucas
Harney
Bird,
a couple years
Harney,
ago.
Ward, Joey Ward.
Yep.
Right.
I don't think we have a 3-timer.
Yeah, I don't
from
recall
down
a 3-timer.
south.
Yep,
No.
I do not recall a 3-timer.
I mean, it's a big deal because you get your picture up there at there he is, district champ, King Shawger.
Even Neil Nyer from LaSalle, he was a
Won.
2-timer.
I think he just won once.
I thought it was twice.
I have to check it, but
76
I thought he was. I think he won as like a junior, sophomore or junior, and then didn't win again. But I could be wrong. But you know, it's a big deal when you get 3 times, because then you get a picture at the in the bullpen up at the state tournament. You get pictured forever. Yeah. They only do 3-timers and 4-timers. So Shawger's looking to do that. We're going to move right along. We got action already started. This next match, 157 pounds. We got Owen Dennis of Harrison. He is currently ranked 11th. He's 42-3, placed 8th at the state last year, 3rd at the district. And we got Noah Jackson from Moeller, who is 39-6. He was 6th at the state last year, 3rd in the district. These guys were at different weight classes last year. And Owen Dennis, watching his semifinal match, he was down 8-0 in the 3rd period, late in the match, and was able to battle back and pinned his guy from Northmont. That was a pretty exciting match. I think, Jerry, I was watching that with you.
Yeah, that was an exciting match. Yeah, he wound up, getting the opponent on his back, and then he put in the old double grapevine.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is extremely hard to get out of.
So he got caught early in his match, which is why he was down 8-0. He got caught early, was down 7-0 pretty quick actually, and came with that late flurry.
That's the power of being able to pin, though. You can be down 8, 9, 10, even 14 points, and come back and pin.
Yeah.
And it's all over. You get your hand raised.
So Jackson's currently ranked 2nd in the state. So he is looking to win a title.
Placed before, right?
He placed 6th last year and was 3rd at the district. And Dennis was 8th at the state last year and 3rd in the district as well. Both these guys up. Owen Dennis is up a weight class. Jackson was at this weight class last year. And now just kind of feeling each other out for the first minute and 45 of the first period. Not much action, no points.
Owen Dennis is kind of a fun wrestler to watch. I mean, he's got a lot of what we call funk, in terms of athleticism with some unconventional moves that wind up being very effective in terms of catching somebody and pinning them.
So his favorite song might be that We Got the Funk song.
I don't know that song.
Is that the Jackson 5 too?
No, I think that's Parliament Funkadelic, right?
Is that the Noah Jackson 5?
Noah Jackson, yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Noah. He's not sure where if he's gonna wrestle in college or not. Really smart kid, National Honor Society, right? So has some options, but he's gonna figure out what he wants to do.
Nice. I got a 1-0 in favor of Noah Jackson with the escape.
Both wrestlers seem a little bit tentative here, not wanting to make any mistakes.
Definitely see that when you get to the finals in a lot of tournaments. Guys kind of get a little timid. They don't want to make that mistake that'll cost them the match. But Dennis has proven that he can, make a mistake and still come back and win the match. So, let it fly here and see what happens, especially in a match when, you're wrestling the guy that's supposed to get 2nd or whatever. He's ranked 2nd and you're ranked 11th. Nothing to lose. Just throw it all at him.
Yep.
Nice little misdirection, double.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Quick and short, right?
Right, it was a compact little shot. And got right in there and finished it. It's going right to work, looking for some kind of turn, maybe a tilt, but
we've talked a lot over the years about the singlets and the 2-piece. You see Dennis is in the 2-piece versus a full singlet.
Yeah, I still prefer the traditional over the 2-piece.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, it's funny. My freshman year, we had it's kind of like the 2-piece that Dennis is wearing, but then we would have leggings on underneath that. So it was actually a whole 3-piece ensemble. You kind of look like a diaper, honestly. You had stirrups for the your feet and the leggings, and then You know, you had this small little diaper that you kind of like a Speedo.
I thought you were. That's
wore
where you
over
were
the top
going
of
with
it,
that.
yeah.
I thought you were just wearing.
Yeah.
You were back in the day when they just wore a Speedo. It reminds me of Mater Dei, a team out of Indiana used to come over to Ohio and wrestle. They would always have those maroon kind of tights underneath their singlet.
Yep.
Was their thing. But here we go. Jackson's up 4-0. Over Dennis, controlling this match pretty solid.
Third period, minute and a half left.
Just doing a good job.
Yeah, pretty much just riding right now.
Yeah, doing a good job switching off. You know, he goes side to side, makes it look like he's doing a lot. You know, which he is. He's, you know, trying to see what opens up for him and what he can go to. But Dennis doing a good job of kind of sealing him off and comes up to his feet and he's 4-1.
Dennis obviously has got a minute left here to try to get the takedown and at least tie it up.
Shot a little extended and got maybe a finger to the eye, but the refs are going to let it go on. Hasn't made any legitimate attack attempts. Let's see if Jackson drops back into his little short compact shot. That was a good attempt with the elbow pass and putting a little combination together.
Duck under, yep.
But Jackson being stubborn and sturdy in his position. As good wrestlers do, they frustrate you. You just can't get past their hands, their head, hands, hips, right?
Yep. Right. I'm surprised they didn't hit him for stalling.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay.
There we go.
Yep.
But
Better late than never.
Yep, 4-2. They give him the stall point there. Noah Jackson is your district champ for Moeller. We'll be moving on to the state tournament, looking to improve up on the podium and climb his way to the top.
We're going to cover with 5 and center man. Winton Woods.
All right. All right. We're moving on to 165 pounds. We got Harry McCall Jr. from Springboro, currently ranked 6th in the state. He's 37-6 versus Nikolai K. of Piqua, who is a senior, 47-5, and he is currently ranked 8th in the state. So this is a top 10 matchup right here. Already getting things going there on the right side of your screen. You got McCall Jr. in the Springboro singlet with all that. I don't know what that design is, but it's got a lot going on there. It looks like a tattoo with the black and white singlet. And you got K of Piqua in the more traditional white with some blue and red. On the left side of your screen, you got a Winton Woods wrestler and a Moeller wrestler wrestling for 5th and 6th.
That's Culver from Winton Woods and Evans from Moeller.
All right.
Evans currently ranked for Moeller 4 in the state.
Wow.
And
He's not qualifying.
Culver ranked 35th. So it should be a good match to see.
And a surprise, too.
Yeah,
I'm sure
absolutely.
Jackson. Yeah, they were expecting Noah Evans to be a state qualifier and placer.
Right,
You
he's
said he was
number 4.
Wow.
Right.
Projected to win this district, but here he is wrestling for 5th and 6th. So hopefully he's hoping to get 5th
Is he in
here
for
and be an
5th and
alternate.
6th, or is he
He
in
is.
for 3rd?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 5th and 6th. So not a state qualifier at the moment, but Jerry, if you want to let us know about that alternate position.
Yeah, so the 5th place alternate position can actually get in the tournament if someone from his district winds up either sick, maybe getting some sort of skin infection or some sort of injury, or for whatever reason just can't make it, or maybe they don't make weight.
Mm-hmm.
So any and all of the above, the alternate, the 5th place finisher, goes to the tournament, weighs in also with everyone else, and then if someone for whatever reason cannot wrestle, they get inserted in that spot. So that way you're always ensuring a quality lineup of folks at that weight class.
Yeah, and I recall a Harrison wrestler back in the day was an alternate, got in the tournament, and actually placed at the state tournament. And I think he still has the record for fastest pin at the state tournament.
He was a heavyweight, correct?
Heavyweight, yeah.
Yep, I remember seeing that match, actually.
And right now, 0-0 in both matches. On the left, you got Evans, and you got the Winton Woods wrestler, Culver. Both of these guys were sectional champs too, so I'm sure they're both a little disappointed. Not going to be qualifying for state at the moment, but this is a big match and it's important. Could be their last, as they're both seniors.
Yeah, and that 5th place guy, you got to work out this week and be ready to go in case something happens. And
right.
You never know.
You never know.
I know there was at the 165-pound weight class, out of the Edgewood sectional, one of the wrestlers was not able to come in and wrestle. So one of the other alternates from one of the other sectionals was on weight. It was a Harrison wrestler. So he actually got that spot, came in and wound up upsetting his first match of the tournament. And I don't believe he wound up placing, but he proved that he belonged there.
Yep.
So Nikolai K. of Piqua in the white singlet on the right versus McCall from Springboro, the junior. That is the number 6 McCall versus number 8 Kea from Piqua. I believe that's Piqua's only qualifier, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. You are correct. They brought 5 here to the district tournament, and he would be their only qualifier. And Springboro, they have quite a few. They're going to bring 6 up to the state tournament. They got 6 qualifiers. They brought 10 here to districts and taking 6 more up to state. So impressive showing for them. They're also in the top 5 in team points, which I could give you a quick update on those.
While you're doing that, Noah Evans just got another takedown down there against the Winton Wood Culver, making that score 7-0.
So your top 5 right now, we have Troy in 5th place with 95 points. Springboro is in 4th with 121 points. Elder in 3rd with 126.5. Harrison is currently in 2nd with 157.5, so they're going to be locked into that spot. And Moeller is going to be your district champs at 197.5 points. Harrison's not going to be able to catch them. So Moeller back-to-back district titles. Very impressive.
Is it back-to-back or back-to-back-to-back?
Back-to-back, I believe Springboro won the year before that, but
then LaSalle maybe before that.
It's been a couple years for LaSalle, but yeah, they're not too far off.
And LaSalle down there at Division II, correct?
Exactly, yeah.
So,
that's
not used to not seeing them here.
I know, it's been a change. Yeah, Moeller was district champs last year over Springboro, and Harrison was 3rd in 2025. Check on 2024 for you, Jerome.
That's what I like about you, Luke.
LaSalle, oh, you're right.
See?
LaSalle won it in 2024.
Line like a trap.
Look at that. That was a tight one. LaSalle won with 169.5 points. Moeller was 2nd with 165 points. And Springboro in 3rd with 155. So Moeller, Springboro, Harrison, those schools have just been all right there in the thick of it every year. Good programs, good feeder programs, and that's what it takes.
Crowd didn't like that. Springboro didn't get that takedown on the edge of the mat. Official called it no takedown. Match still 2-1.
This is an all Dayton district title match. 2 Dayton schools battling it out. Evans still dominating. Well, he just got taken down there, 7-4 with 10 seconds left in the match. I think he's going to hold on unless Culver.
Trying to turn, trying to get the takedown.
He got it.
Did he get it?
He got it, but I think the escape was never awarded, so I think Evans will still win 8-7.
Wow.
So some late action. Exciting stuff down there. Nice match, nice battle with Culver from Winton Woods. And we got McCall turning K.
Nikolai in trouble.
And that's the match.
And that is the match.
That is it. Kari McCall Jr. of Springboro, your district champ over Piqua. And giving you a little info on our next match at 175 pounds. Landon Messer of Moeller, a sophomore, currently ranked 6th in the state. He is 33-10. He'll be wrestling Nick Werbrich of Harrison. So Harrison and Moeller, seeing these two schools battling quite often. Werbrich is currently ranked 13th in the state. He's 41-9. He was 6th at the district tournament last year at 150 pounds. So he's up a couple weight classes, and here he is for a district title.
Now wrestling for 5th place at 175 pounds on mat number 5. Jason Forte-Felder versus Seneca Jackson from Fairfield. Wrestling for 3rd place.
Landon Messer, only a sophomore from Moeller
Yeah.
in the finals.
Wrestling for the championship at 175
As Lou said, currently ranked number 6 in the state.
Messer from Moeller versus Nick Werbrich from Harrison.
Getting right to work. Nice little slide by, but Messer just drops down to the leg and steals it. Elevating that leg up now, see if he can finish.
Go with a front trip here.
That's where you want to pull him back to the center and keep, right there, keep him on the mat.
Yeah, give yourself some
in.
space to work with. Don't let him jump
Right,
out of
just
bounds.
bring it back.
Yep. Don't let him get out. Don't give him an out there. Doing a good job bringing him back and giving himself room.
Nice. Patience.
Exactly. Smart. He's only a sophomore. That was like a senior.
So,
That's why he's ranked
do you
6th.
know either of these two wrestlers?
Yeah, I've known Messer since he was little as well. I remember I can picture him being 60 pounds, right? And he's gained some weight, put on weight over the last couple of years, and was over at Moeller doing some open mats, and I'm like, wow, you put on some weight. But awesome wrestler, awesome family.
How about Werbrich from Harrison?
Don't remember him as much. But I don't doubt he was one that's been around for a long time as well.
Remember the old days of Granby when somebody would lift and you'd go right into a Granby off the return?
Oh, yeah.
You don't see that a lot anymore.
You don't, no.
You know how these moves come and go. Maybe it'll make a comeback. Oh, there we go. Try to Granby right there.
I've seen a few Granbys. Our Blackburn Savage hit a couple of that first
He did.
match.
I'm talking about a standing
A
Granby.
standing Granby,
Right.
yeah. Those.
Guys lifting
When you do
turn,
that,
turn.
yeah.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
I
When you
think
pull it
I
off.
used to teach you that, didn't I?
You did. Yeah. It's sweet when you pull it off. If you don't pull it off, then you get tombstone. And you get spiked on your head.
Well, when I was in high school, there was the Granby School of Wrestling, in Virginia. And so, guys would go down to that Granby camp.
I remember that. We had some teammates of mine go down to that camp.
Yep.
They actually brought it back, and we all started learning it.
So we all did a Granby to a Peterson, right?
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Nowadays, though, it's so hard to commit that amount of time if you're going to make that part of your program. It's a pretty high-level technical move. It takes a lot of practice.
Yeah, Messer was maybe one at Moeller last year. Couldn't make the lineup and just stuck with the program, and now good things are happening to him.
Yeah. He's in good position right now, about 5-0 He's only a sophomore too, which is impressive at this weight.
He's got a really tight waist. You can tell right here. Controlling the Harrison wrestler's hips. This could be trouble right here if he gets this out front.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Nice.
Really
Get that elbow
front.
deep.
He's going to drop his hips. It's going to be tough to get out of.
Got 40 seconds to keep working that.
Yeah, I was just going to say he's got 40 seconds to be on his back. But he can stay right there. He's okay.
Messer's got to get that inside shoulder down by pressuring down with his thigh.
He could go ahead and sit there, couldn't he? Sit a little bit. And
Yeah,
keep both
since he's got
arms.
both arms. See if we can transition around and sit that through.
Well, time's going to expire in the second period, and it amounts to 4 points, but Messer is up 9-0 heading into the third. If it was Warburg's, if it was his choice, I'm sure he's not picking bottom.
That'd be the smart thing.
But we're neutral on our feet here. Messer back to work. He looks very comfortable in all positions. Doesn't ever seem to be in any kind of panic or out of position.
It's kind of amazing when you see wrestlers of this caliber.
Nice ankle pick.
Messer's got 10 losses. Burbrick has 9. You know, it really makes you realize, and you know, just the level of talent that's out there in this sport.
Yeah, and I think both programs, you know, they go to the holiday tournament up north and they do some stuff to say, hey, we're going to get in some awesome matches to get us ready for the postseason.
Yeah, they don't wrestle a cookie cutter schedule for sure.
Correct.
You don't get these kind of results if you do.
Actually, I was going through all the districts to kind of see who some of the top studs were. And I think I only came across, out of all the districts feeding in Division I, only one person who was undefeated.
Really?
Out of everyone.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Well, that goes to show you wrestling is a very humbling sport. And anybody can beat anybody on any given day. Like Jerry was just talking with you earlier about Lucas Bird, who we saw years ago for LaSalle. He was a NCAA national champ a year ago. He lost second round.
I heard that. I saw that.
Yeah, lost
Didn't
second
see it,
round.
but heard it.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Lost second round at the Big Ten tournament to a 10 seed. So you're a returning national champ, you're a returning Big Ten champ, and you lose to a 10 seed.
Landon Messer, your 175-pound Division I Southwest District champion.
Wrestled awesome.
Another Moeller district title there. So they got a team title. And they've also won a handful of district individual titles.
Looks like we're going to move over to the 5th and 6th place match.
No,
They're done.
So next up we have the 190-pound weight class.
Yeah, 190 pounds coming up here for the championship match for district championship. Jace Love of Butler, who's a junior, currently ranked 6th in the state, wrestling against Noah Sandlin of Springboro, so another Dayton battle. He's currently ranked 7th in the state. He's a junior as well. Love was 3rd at the districts a year ago, a state qualifier. Both these guys hoping to, do a little more damage up at the state tournament next week. We got Elder wrestling against
Lebanon.
is that Fairfield?
Is it Fairfield or Lebanon?
Fairfield.
That is the 5th place match at 175. So that would be
Yeah, it looks like Forte from Elder and Jackson from Fairfield. And they're in overtime over there.
interesting. Jackson from Fairfield, unranked, coming in.
And Forte is up there at 14.
Forte is a freshman, ranked 14th.
Elder's got some tough freshmen. They got a tough young group over there.
They do.
We saw Caleb Curry's only a sophomore. He's a two-time
So is
district
Moeller.
champ. Yeah. Curry is a two-time district champ, a sophomore. We saw Bedel as a freshman in the district finals. Now we see Forte as a freshman, hoping for a fifth place finish here to be a state alternate. So some good things coming down the pipeline for them. And again, it all comes back to those youth programs and feeder programs.
If you know Elder, they've been consistent for years and years and years, multiple years, every year having a good team.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, definitely testament to their feeder programs and the numbers that they get out. I mean, they get a lot of numbers out.
Talk about this overtime. Is this double overtime here, top, bottom?
Yeah.
I think,
looks like.
yes. So it'll be 30 seconds and 30 seconds.
I think one of the 30 seconds is up because Fairfield's up 3-2 right now. So Elder's looking to escape here or getting a reversal with his 30 seconds, but Fairfield looking to ride.
Fairfield can ride it out if he wins.
Oh, we got a stalling. We got a stalling and a point awarded.
Is it a stalling point?
I believe so. Yeah, it's 3-3.
Right. It's 3-3.
13 seconds. So escape here wins it for Forte of Elder.
And that stalling was he did not return him back to the mat, correct?
Right. So if he does not get out, it winds up in the next overtime period,
The ultimate.
which is the ultimate tiebreaker. We call it ride or die. So where the wrestler that scored the first points of the match gets his choice if he wants to be top or bottom.
Oh, he got
there it
out.
is.
He got it.
So no need to worry about ride or die. It's over.
Save that for another day. Keep that in your back pocket.
Right.
But just another, great wrestling term and phrase. Ride or die. We got ride or die. We got blood time. Injury time's another thing. We're moving up, like we said. We're already starting with Jace Love of Butler and Noah Sandlin of Springboro. Getting to some bigger boys, 190 pounds. And these guys are both projected right now to hit the podium up at the Schottenstein Center. Both Jace Love is ranked 6th and Sandlin ranked 7th.
Yeah, I've known the Love family since they were young. I probably remember Jace when he was 1 year old. His mom carrying him around at tournaments. The older brothers wrestling.
Yeah, that family, that name sounds familiar from Butler. Love right away. Oh, we got.
Oh
no.
Oh no, it looks like
Don't like to see that.
No,
Hopefully it's just a
here.
cramp, but maybe more than that.
Yeah, that's just the.
You hate to see that.
Yeah, hopefully it's just maybe went the wrong way and kind of caught him off guard.
Anyway, we can switch over to mat 3.
Yeah, let's.
Okay, mat 3. This is for 3rd place. We have Rocco Pusateri of St. Xavier Senior, currently ranked 13th and returning 8th place state finisher from last year, against Kameron Fiasco from Lakota West, a senior, ranked number 8. So right now this match is tied 0-0 going into the second period.
All right. Yeah, Pusateri, like you said, he had an unbelievable postseason run last year, qualifying for the state tournament. He got 4th last year in the district, and then he was able to rattle off 2 wins before losing twice at state and placed 8th. So a huge accomplishment.
Right, huge accomplishment. Rocco had not wrestled prior to coming into high school, so as a freshman, 9th grader, that's when he started wrestling.
Wow.
And to place his junior year and hopefully his senior year, obviously he's headed to state.
Yeah.
That's an amazing accomplishment. You don't hear of that too often.
Yeah, you don't see that often. That means he's got to have some great athletic ability to be able to do that, correct?
Absolutely. And
Just
Fiasco with the takedown. He's up 4-0 on Pusateri.
It's good to see a Lakota West wrestler in here. We haven't seen many tonight, have we?
No, this is I believe, the one and only
okay.
qualifier from Lakota West. East also has 1 qualifier, so those were both some pretty perennial powers years ago.
Yes, they were.
Like to see them get back into that form, but wow,
Rocco in here
Fiasco
trying to
with
fight off the cradle.
It's
He's
nice
gotta
and
straighten
tight.
that leg out.
I think this the championship match is going to be over. Jace Love's going to win by medical default, I believe. He doesn't look too happy. I think he feels bad.
And again, that's why we wrestle for an alternate. You know, if there's an injury of one of the top 4 finishers for state next week, the 5th place alternate winds up filling in
Right.
at that spot.
Yeah, that 5th and 6th place match is huge right now, and right now it looks like the Middletown wrestler is winning 5-2 over Troy. So Pusateri not out of this match, 4-0, heading into the 3rd period.
All right, Rocco's looks like he's taking down. He's going to have to get out quickly and then secure a takedown if he's going to have a chance of winning this match.
Yeah. And a lot of his matches, I feel like he does kind of come on strong late in the match, and something happens where he's able to take the lead or get the fall. At least that's what it looked like at the state tournament last year. He was kind of in tight matches and always seemed to pull it off at the end. So hopefully he can do something there. But Fiasco's riding tough and working those cradles and triceps.
He's got that nice tricep lock right now, trying to get that cradle.
Oh yeah, that's a good series right there. You got options.
You could come around front and do the barbed wire.
Yep.
Or the butcher, either name.
And a butcher, yeah. And at the same time, you're killing the clock.
You guys agree a lot of good riding on top this tournament. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
In years past, we talked about, hey, cutting them, taking them down, scoring your points that way, but I see a lot of good riding on top.
Yeah, I think you almost have to, especially with, you know, if you're getting beat on takedowns, you're giving up 3 points for every takedown. You got to learn how to control that person so they can't get out and start, you know, dealing to their strength if it's takedowns. Obviously, you can work the turns. If top is your strength, you know, you can now score 2, 3, even 4 points near fall from the top position.
Yep.
So it's 4-1 with the escape. So he's right in this match, like you said. A takedown right here ties it up. He's not out, but Fiasco, it's a nice front headlock and throws it by and circles around, and now he's up 7-1. So 20 seconds left. But Pusateri's been in this position before, like last year. He's 4th in the district and was still able to find himself going home with a medal at the state tournament.
Yeah, of course, first round at state, you know, he's got to weather that, right?
Yeah.
Because he's going to have a number 1
Right.
out of one of the other districts.
Yep. So see who you draw, and win or lose, you know, you'll either come back that night and have to wrestle again, or you get to rest and wrestle the next morning if you win that first round match. But Fiasco with a nice solid victory there, beating a returning state placer. That'll hopefully give him some confidence going into next week as well. For the Firebirds.
Of course, you got the fatigue factor of wrestling in this type of tournament all day long, 2 days in a row. You can imagine that. You know, this time of this time of the day where it's like, wow, sure am getting tired.
Yep.
Jerry, you look tired, and you haven't even wrestled a match.
Well, that's what you think.
It's wear and tear. It's wear and tear on the body. You're grinding every match.
Right.
So Middletown, I believe, won that match for 5th and 6th. So, like we just said, hopefully it's not the case, but
Needs to be ready to go.
Yeah, that alternate spot could be huge at that weight. We'll see. But we are moving up to a 215 pounds. We got this match and one more. We got Seb Hignite from Elder, who is a senior. He's 43-3, currently ranked 4th in the state, wrestling against Grant Dalio of Harrison, another Harrison wrestler, currently ranked 9th in the state. He was ranked 9th at 190, so he bumped up to 215, and he is here in the district finals. He's 43-5. He was a runner-up in the district tournament a year ago at 190 pounds, but now he's up a weight class, so we'll see if that weight difference has any kind of impact on him.
So he actually bumped up for the postseason.
I believe so, because wasn't he wrestling at 190 all year? I thought he wrestled Pusatiri a few times, or maybe saw him at the Coaches Classic. But then now, like you said, the postseason came around and he's up at 215.
He was at 190.
That's what I thought.
He was ranked number 9th, yeah. Yep. So he must have taken a look at the weight classes and who's in that weight class, likely at the state meet, and said, okay, I like my odds better at 215.
Yeah. Yep. Well, he'll get a good, litmus test right here, wrestling against Seb Hignite, who's ranked 4th at 215. So, see what you can do with this match, and next week, there's not many guys ranked higher than Seb. So, you beat him, give you a lot of confidence. 0-0, 20 seconds left in the first period. Both these guys, 43 wins.
It's still mind-blowing.
Right.
Yeah.
Went to the state tournament with
50 matches.
Close to 50 matches.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of a shame that, our records back in the day are all gone now.
Yep.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Since we were pretty much dual match, dual meet focused, and now it's dual team meet focused. Where they're going to get in
9-10
matches
in a weekend.
Day.
Yeah. Well, you said it too, Jerry. The Shawger surpassing 100 wins earlier this year, and as a junior, 100 wins used to mean a lot. Now it's like 100. You have to get to 150 is like the new benchmark.
So Grant Datillo, Harrison getting 3 near fall there, getting a quick tilt turn.
How about that?
Which suddenly gives this match new complexion.
And the state outlook, at 215. I don't know if many people saw him making this jump up to 215 and being effective, but he's wrestling tough against the number 4th ranked guy in the state right now. Can see a little bit of a size difference in these two.
Sure can.
I don't know if Seb has to cut weight to get to 215, but Grant likely not cutting weight, gets to be, eat what he wants and drink what he wants, and gets to be comfy and happy. There's 3-1, a minute left in the second period.
So Don, have you had either of these two wrestlers?
No, I haven't. And I do a lot of open mats and stuff, but these big guys I kind of stay away from.
Yeah.
I like sticking around the 160 pounders and below.
Well, that was going to be my question. If you had, coached them previously, if they were always that big.
No.
Maybe 100 pounds ago.
Cantillo going after it. Dallio, I mean.
Dallio.
Dallio.
You know that song by Queen?
No. I don't.
Galileo.
You know, I'd imagine both these guys are probably football players as well, right?
I would think so, yeah. Although I hear Harrison is shopping for a league, right? Isn't Harrison shopping for a league?
I'm not sure.
I thought I heard they were moving to like the Cincinnati kind of league with Taft and Hughes and all them.
Right, I think this year they don't have a league at all.
Really?
They're not in any league yet.
It would make they were never in the GMC. I would think that would make most sense to go to the GMC unless they're like, no, we're good. What were they in there? They were with Loveland and all them, like the G-Walk or something? ECC. Okay.
The ECC.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't talk much about girls wrestling today, but they have their districts tomorrow.
Yeah.
The females.
We ought to cover that one year, Tony.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Where's it at?
Harrison.
Oh, is that
It's
Harrison?
at Harrison tomorrow,
That's
yep.
where girls wrestling was born.
Yeah, a couple of the
It's the origin of girls wrestling?
Exactly, yeah.
Athena program, right? The Athena. A couple girls were here today, ladies were here today, got a chance to talk to them.
Oh, Seb with some
He's scrambling.
showing
not
some
to get taken
athleticism
down.
on the edge of the mat, but
Just a little hip toss.
Galileo.
There's our hip toss. Dallio's still hanging on to the lead with about a minute left in the third period. I would say this would be an upset for sure. Dallio winds up, finishing the job here.
Right.
Against
Seb,
Seb Ignite.
he only has 3 losses on the year, and I know they go to some tough tournaments. They go to Brecksville. Oh, nice little slip. He slipped it. Had an arm attempt and tied it up.
Just gave up the takedown.
Well, now it's mat awareness. You got 30 seconds, and if you can get up and out, you still win this match. So coach has got to be letting him know, you got 30 seconds, get out of there. And you win.
For locking hands potentially.
Or potentially dangerous here. His feet are off the mat, right? How long are they going to let that? Oh, you got to get out of bounds, reset. 16 seconds left, all right. Get back to the center of the mat.
Now let's see if he
Let's see your
maybe
first
jumps
move.
forward.
Yeah.
I would say.
You also get, you get 2 free cautions, so, go ahead
Right.
and burn one and get a good jump. Try to time that whistle. But we got maybe some blood.
Some blood time.
Man, we've had blood or injury, I think, every single match.
Yeah.
That's wrestling, Jerry.
Well, comes down to how much have you worked your stand-ups during the season and how much have you worked your top game to keep your opponent down.
Got to have a quick first move, anticipate that whistle, and explode up to your feet. 16 seconds. I mean, that's a lifetime at the end of the match when all you need is 1 point.
Yep.
I think, of course, hindsight's 20/20, but going for that head and arm, that's an all or none move, and unfortunately for Grant Dallio of Harrison, it wound up costing him the 3 points to allow Seb to tie it up.
That's
possibly take it to overtime here.
Right, that's a good point. He didn't have to do that at that situation. You're up 4-1, but
it's a little bit of a chess match. You got to keep that in mind too. I mean, sometimes that's the hardest thing for a wrestler. Remember that you got to be doing the math in your head in terms of what type of move you're going to hit to try to get what point level.
Everything happens so fast, though. Like you said, it's hindsight's 20/20, and now you just got to move on and get one escape, and same result. If you can get out here, but Seb's got some weight. Might be a little bit of a weight difference that might be carrying a little more here late in the match. Doing a good job.
Yeah, good job riding him, right? Putting that leg in as a 215-pounder. And wow.
So we're back to takedowns here.
And here's where you don't want to hit a head and arm, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But if that's your go-to
Yeah.
and that's your number
If it's
one,
there,
right?
it's there,
Yeah,
yeah.
if it's there, you take it. And I mean, if he finishes it, then we're not having this conversation.
That's right.
Kind of looks like he's maybe trying to feel out that head and arm.
It does. That's his. I mean, that Harrison.
Yeah, maybe that's his
bread and butter.
yeah.
But nice little slide, little arm drag.
Oh, nice.
Nothing. Oh, nice.
Gotta
Keep
keep
him
him
in.
in
Got to
bounds.
keep him in.
Fling the mat.
Don't let him
They
out.
could call fling
Oh,
the mat.
there he's back in. His
Bring
feet
him down
his
to the
feet
mat.
were-
There
oh,
it
that's
is.
three.
There it
That's
is.
three.
Nice.
That's three.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huge. There's your upset, Jerome.
There it is.
Yeah. Bumping up to 215 and taking out the number 4 ranked wrestler is very
state.
impressive.
And becoming the district champion.
Yep.
And that's a situation where you never stop wrestling. He just kept
Mm-hmm.
going.
2 seniors. So we'll see what they do next week. They might see each other again. We see that a lot at the state tournament too. You wrestle here in the finals, and then next week you find yourself battling for. It's usually that placement match. It's that wrestle back or that match to place at the state tournament. You got to win that one, and it comes down to a rematch from a week ago. But a week can make a big difference, as we saw earlier with Demarco Cates over Broxterman.
Yep.
So we'll see.
So here's a match we've been looking forward to, Lou.
Oh yeah.
We were talking about it earlier.
These boys can move
We have,
for big boys.
Number 8th ranked in the state, Chandler Moore from Trotwood Madison, a junior, going against number 5 in the state, Caden Orr, a sophomore from Moeller. And both wrestlers, very physical wrestlers, go out. You can tell they probably both play football.
Yep.
I'm guessing linemen as opposed to kickers. But
Not the quarterback. But
How close you think these guys are to the weight max of heavyweight?
They look like they're on the upper end.
right, I would say they're dancing around
There's
it for sure.
Some big boys.
And you know
Strong.
what? Look at them. Good stance.
Yeah.
Good stance and motion.
They move well for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of move like linemen. You know what I mean? Like trying to get their
Block,
head,
yeah.
body in position. Especially Chandler Moore. We've been watching him all day, and he's one who does not stop. So, watch out for that score table.
This is the big boys. They need a little bigger mat. Sometimes they run out of real estate pretty quick, and there's just so much momentum and inertia. About science,
Physics.
and all that. And once you get them big boys moving.
Take a life insurance policy, Jake.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. He's down. Oh, be careful down there, Jake.
Oh, yeah.
You better be ready to roll if these boys head your way, because it takes a lot to stop them. They're like a freight train.
Yeah, we're awfully close to the mat there. That is where I've seen Chandler take his foe earlier in the day.
Yeah. It was scary at one point. There's a concrete step over there that they almost
Right.
went flying into.
And they did go into the table earlier. One of
Oh,
his earlier
nice.
matches.
He does a good job of
Nice.
changing levels and directions with his fakes. That gets his opponent really off balance. Chandler does.
We're checking on the life insurance policy now of our cameraman. You see there next to the mat and making sure he's well covered.
He's ready. He's ready to roll.
Because he is not going to get a quick escape from there.
Just tuck and roll.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
Got a
Oh,
toe
but
in.
was in.
Toe in
Wow.
out.
Orr did a good job. He got reaction time. He got his hips up immediately. And was able to scoot out of bounds and not give up the takedown for 3. He's
Nice
back
leg
in.
snatch.
Yeah. He's definitely the aggressor. Oh, we got fleeing the mat call. Yep, fleeing the mat. Technical
Good call. Good
Yes.
call.
Who's the call against?
against Moeller. So Chandler Moore will be awarded a point for that. He was in on the shot and Orr took himself out of bounds. So fleeing the mat was called.
Just to
Technical
figure out
violation.
give up 1 as opposed to giving up 3, right?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good trade-off. And end of the first period.
Good to see Trotwood have a guy in the finals. Is this their only one qualifying?
It is, yes.
Yeah, so good for them. I know
Yeah, they had 2 qualifiers to the district tournament, and this is their 1 state qualifier.
So Chandler Moore from Trotwood Madison currently up 1-0 over Caden Orr Moeller. Second period starts with Chandler Moore on top, trying to ride and possibly turn Caden Orr.
Nice work on top.
He's got that bar in.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can.
Oh, we stopped. We got blood.
Blood time.
Of course. Every match.
Right.
Seems like it.
Yeah. But what do I always say, Jerry?
It's a tough sport.
Yeah, it's a tough sport.
I'm not sure if that's what you always say, but
It's not basketball. So.
there you go.
Yep. Blood time again.
Nick Kensley there with Lebanon walking by. Shippensburg University. Yep. Pennsylvania College wrestler. Head coach at Lebanon.
Quick rundown of the team points. Top 10, Butler's in 10th, 51.5. Fairmont in 9th with 55.5. Lebanon 8th, 58.5 points. St. Xavier 68.5. In 7th, Anderson is in 6th with 79 points. Troy in 5th, 94 points. Springboro 128 points in 4th. Elder 128.5 in 3rd. Harrison is you're going to be your runner-up with 161.5 points, and Moeller will be your district champs with 209 points.
Look at those good-looking guys.
Oh, look at these guys. And mom on TV.
So Moeller winning that, winning the districts by 50 points or more, pretty incredible.
Yeah. They're even without a couple of their starters,
We are back to the match.
We're back.
Trotwood Madison on top. Moore wrestler on the bottom in blue.
Minute 10 in the second period.
Oh, I thought we were going to see a suplex.
Ooh, I was ready for it. Just glad it's not down there by Jake. Be careful, Jake.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake, can you feel the ground shake when these big boys come barreling towards you? I know you can feel it on the floor.
Uh-oh, locking hands there.
Oh, we got a locking hand, so we got a technical point going against Moore now, so it's going to be 1-1.
1-1 with 50 seconds left in the second period. All tied up.
Moore's had a lot of offense, just hasn't been able to finish and capitalize on any of that. Is that Jake there? He's still looking good down there.
All right, Jake. Woo. Nice.
Be ready.
Yeah. Be ready.
And that locking hands was, the opponent has to get to his feet before he can lock hands, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got hands on the mat or a knee down. Can't lock it. Hands around the waist.
Chandler Moore riding tough here.
Yeah, be interested to see what their choice will be in the third if he rides him out here. Think he'll go bottom? Think he's got a good stand-up?
I think he'll go bottom.
I think he'll go bottom also.
He's looked pretty explosive, so I would imagine I'd be confident and comfortable putting him on
Although
bottom too.
he does have Chandler does have a nice leg snatch. He's hit that a couple times today. A lot of excitement on one of the other mats right now.
Yeah. We got a Middletown wrestler just put the Mason wrestler on his back.
Third place.
Oh,
And he
pinned
got
him.
the pin.
He's excited.
Not really sure what the coach is questioning here.
I think he's just seeing what he's doing after the match. He's going to get together and have himself a beverage.
Maybe get a breather. Wrestler.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's more what it was.
Right.
Oh,
nice escape for Moeller wrestler
short
there.
time at the end of the second period, man. Oh, and a takedown. Wow. What a change of events at the end of the period.
I think Chandler's starting looking a little bit fatigued.
Yeah, he does. And it is now 5-1 just like that. So it's just like 15 seconds. It was 1-1, and now he's down 5-1. So he's got to do the same exact thing Orr just did to him. He needs to get an escape, get a takedown.
You see how good Caden Orr is on top here.
Well, Orr is ranked higher, but
There's that escape, so
there's the one.
takedown would tie it up.
Yep. See if Chandler can put some moves together and get himself a takedown, tie it up here. He's definitely been the aggressor for most of the match. Oh, and there we go. A little extracurricular after the whistle.
So somebody lost the nose plug. Blood time.
Blood time again.
I'd say we can move to another match, but there's no other matches going on. This is the last match of the evening.
Been some good wrestling. Awesome wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been fun.
It has. It goes by quick.
But we look at the top 4 teams, you know, it makes sense. We've seen them, a lot of those guys in the finals, Moeller, Harrison, Elder, and Springboro wrestlers.
Yeah, for sure.
In some cases, teams rack up points getting 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th, but in this case, those top 4 teams had a bunch in the finals.
Yeah, they also brought quite a few to the tournament, right? So Moeller, Jermaine Lindsay, the head coach, Moeller qualified 13 wrestlers and sending 7 to the state, and Harrison qualified 11, sending 7 to the state. Springboro qualified 10, and they're sending 6. So.
That's awesome. Yep.
We'll have a pretty full room still. It'll almost feel like a normal practice.
Yep, sure will.
I think Moeller has a couple alternates as well. There's a snap down, go behind. Another takedown for Orr.
Caden Orr, only a sophomore.
Orr, yeah. Orr versus Moore.
Now, as you guys talked about, really quick guys for heavyweights.
Yeah.
They can move.
Definitely athletic. You can tell they've definitely been around the sport for a while.
Now, these guys that qualified for state, what they weigh in Thursday, correct? So they
Friday.
Or Friday?
Yeah, they moved the tournament to Friday, Saturday,
so
Sunday.
they got a couple days to get ready and get their weight back down if they're get their training in.
Yep.
30 seconds left here. Caden Orr from Moeller up 8-2 over Chandler Moore from Trotwood Madison. Looks like Orr is just going to ride tough. Not give Chandler a chance to get out and possibly go for a toss of some sort.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to do a whole lot on top now. He just needs to.
He's going to let him out.
All right.
There we go.
He's going to hang out there, but he's going to let him have a chance here. If he can throw him.
Good.
Oh, but he looks a little bit gassed.
Yeah, that fatigue sets in
a
little bit. Moeller's got another champ. He's excited.
And he's only a sophomore.
Only a sophomore.
Caden Orr. Very nice.
That is a big sophomore.
He is a big sophomore. It's a little icing on the cake for that Moeller program. Get a district champ on top of their team championship.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Would they have 3 or 4 district champs?
At least 4, right?
At least 4, I believe, yeah. Well, that'll do it for us here at the Southwest Ohio District Tournament.
Yeah, it's been awesome, guys. Another awesome event.
Jake, I'm glad you're still down there kicking. The big boys didn't take him out.
Thanks for joining, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Good luck to all the wrestlers.
Don Jones, good luck, everybody.
Lou Kerr, right, Lou?
That's me. That's me, buddy.
1-0.